covert as God and Noah were, drowning the stockbrokers, these non-smokers in the snow a blur, rolling the rock over, their emotions unfurl this purring fur.
It never gets better than thesis. These letters you kept as the secret, impressed on the flesh this deep print. These clouds of thought, loud laws as power pop this cheap trick, enumerating elements of style as drunk and white. In the slums and dives, we wonder why, drunk as the butterflies, dunked in the blood of Christ. Some survive and others die. Is anyone as stumped by the puzzle as I?
2 trillion galaxies empty of souls, but the Earth had to be special though. This ivory tower to your mindfully down to earth, temporary as the radical flashy newness. These graduate students inviting you home to view a slideshow, citing Foucault in my suicide note, held in the pen by these men in white coats.
Playing chess, these Duchamps. Playing chess, these 2 pawns. With rap superficial as the flesh wounds, click-clack as metal spoons. Spitting this literature of the TikTok. Arrested for the wrong thoughts and burning time as tenet. Precious as the grandfather clock, curving lines directed as metal and tools. In the service of life, thesis is hip to your every move, burning bright.
Sick as COVID, scaring these scholars as cholera. This obituary, these modern phenomena. This soulless pair, their hair standing in black curls. Magic, every afro is a planet.
Doing a PhD can be quite a difficult, with a soul-destroying task.
This hip-hop they buy but don't get. False advertising but effective. Like entering the chapel with a fake bomb. You might pretend to rap like Raekwon and Ghostface, scaring the normies. Here on these Coast Salish territories, we're pridefully very sorry as thesis spies pour this Merlot for me, or Chardonnay. Red and white as the Canadian flag, and the blood cells getting paid as though I weren't unwell. This exploited bipolar Kanye you point at as Heidegger pontificates, this Caliban.
And I'm the other rapper in thesis, Gargantua, they call me and I believe it. Cocaine is costing me quite a lot, I ought to quit it. Chopin's nocturnes in the iPod, I'm not an idiot. This stolen name Gargantua, this lawful business, our rap enterprise. This classical music and the class divide, their classical muses, our crack pipes.
To each their own in this green zone of the world. As Greece and Rome, these preacher poems look at them twirl. As the dancers, chemotherapy to their cancer. Greed to our charity, 2 rappers. These free agents, self-managers, a piece supreme, this pièce de théâtre.
Exit Caliban, enter Gargantua. One's evil, one hasn't a thought of evil. In his head one's a Tito. One empowers the people. Even in death one's benign, one's lethal. But simple frames can be misleading. Window panes can need cleaning. Idiot brains such as we think. Agrammatical random as the I Ching. As we was thusly to be ceasing. 3 kings, the Christ is born, repeating, eternally to return, you're sleeping.
Projecting a Hobbesian vision of the world, drinking in East Van. Absorbing East Van via this track, this misshapen form, this mishap, as misanthropy, these absols and J-rocks turning inward, projecting a Hobbesian vision of the world, these trillion Rodney kings of the world, burning every flag, this bizarro thesis, antithesis of the carnal penis, spiritually infinite, these multiverses, this culture we service with weird verses, losing control, these Ian Curtises, as nature lustfully evil murderous.
These barking dogs as roaring lions, in the dark end smog as Lord Byron's, hard to follow as Poseidon's, opening for Paul Simon for the environment. These superior palm trees, Haruki Murakami's of rhyme and reason, these Merleau-Ponty's of phenomenology climbing the teeming volcano, with a sacrificial steel man, or drinking in East Van, platinum as Steely Dan, or sinking in deep sand. In an infinite multiverse all is possible. Dig the pulse of this verse's odd flow, this wicked mouth-spitting ontological riddle southward for the Congo, the bottom of the boat.
For the bottom of your heart, beating as the hip-hop, the colony they guard, that feeling, this thought. This Canada they believe supreme, sly and bashfully. These actual demons believe the lies handed to me. Their ideologies and ancillary dreams. These prime ministerial figures applying skin blackening creams.
This mixtape operatic in its scope and view of its purpose, this opus
What's it supposed to do?
I thought you knew, I've no clue. Falling off the bone, this verbiage read, odd and alone, each word I said, singular as the clone and several. These devils going for the golden medals, golden petals, these poppies.
Whoa.
Frozen Red Bull, iced coffee. These rhymes apparent, quite obviously, as American comedy. Tall trees, outliving and lasting our postmodernity. Unusually raw, beautiful, clawing, the elegance of the past when the white man owned his brothers, words vestiges of back when the white man controlled the numbers, decolonizing the mathematics, postmodernizing rap antics, living our cruel fate, giving human names to the universe, the arrogance and hubris, post-colonial, the new physicists, growing closer, these two nimbuses.
These Kanye Wests transparent for the postmodernist transparents, raising the dead for the black Karens, traversing these lands barren, Caliban and Gargantua scaring the listener with crystal words, dripping blood of the first peoples, these conflict words and dirty needles, gardens of schizophrenia, these parking lots, and transactions illegal as God.
The most wanted, dead or alive.
The most shamanic men of the tribe.
The most oddly perfect MCs in Vancouver, postmodern verbal entropy and black humor.
Hanged in the summer and thrown in the sewer, these enemies of the city of Vancouver. Suffering into truth at York or U of T, humbling their view of the world blue and green. A lunar colony, colorful lunacy, groovy, this odyssey colored beautifully, sparkles that bled from the bruise, cardinal as the red shoes, heels clicking, grief-stricken, symbolizing these Glenn Goulds, smoking weed in a spliff again.
Genius is my middle name, evil with the pistol aimed. The thesis is riddles in your brain, steeped in fiddle playing and Shinto praying. These 2 trillion beings are 2 Afro-Caucasians new to the hip-hop medium, oddly amazing in their awkward phrasings. For these phony poets who do not write.
We are the hollow men. We are the stuffed men, leaning together.
Because real poets look like Zadie Smith and paint like this, complex as the praying mantis, simple as the stained glass window. These willow trees, unafraid of abstraction. Because every random action engenders an equally random reaction. Because passion is the opposite of fashion. These black suns and communistic red warriors, simple as the storyboards.
And real poets don't paint themselves into corners, or dance to new order, or sample new order. Real poets don't pray selfish memorial, dance to new order, or sample new order. Because repetition is difference, because sedition and insolence. These random grenades and landmines engender passages of space as well as time. These Valentines.
We are the hollow men. We are the hollow men. We are the hollow men.
Because the medium is the massage, as McLuhan quipped. This thesis, the synthesis of hip-hop music. And like a Hegelian schizoanalysis, an inelegant middle passage of the track. Because magic is back, this gravity, this mass. Because the price of admission to paradise is raps.
Because we are the hollow men, damned in this poem to be red and yellow again. Stars in the dark that is said to be infinite, darkest the stars in this genre we contributed to. These mixed men interviewing the id again, dissolute as the lizard brain, intruding in civilization, because the best view is from the stage plane.
Performing with this T.S. Eliot sample.
We are the hollow men. We are the hollow men. We are the hollow men. We are the hollow men.
When you rhyme sprung meter and gun trigger. When you rhyme sprung meter and gun trigger. When you rhyme sprung meter and gun trigger. When you rhyme sprung meter. When you rhyme sprung meter and gun trigger, what are you saying about young niggers? When you rhyme ghastly darkness and splashes of stardust, what are you saying about rap artists? When you rhyme sands of time and random jive, what are you saying about black lives? When you surprise with a half rhyme, like wedding cake and bent out of shape, what are you saying about the mental states of Americans stepping on the grapes uncaring as the wind? What does any of your hip-hop mean, you crazy earthlings?
I find your lack of faith disturbing. I slide on the track as the slave unlearning the basics of versing. I glide as the bat wave as the flag unfurling. In these bright flames, paper curling, ice in the tray melting away, bright as the days on distant planets. Soulless as the stars withstanding this, so much applause and accolades. This animation of language's truth and the truth of music, black as space is God the absolute, these beautiful losers.
Blues in Vancouver. When you rhyme Crystal Castles and George Frederick Handel, Why do we follow with flickering candles the paths of your flows? When you rhyme, immortalize and mortalize, are we meant to collide as formal rhymes with informal meanings, as normal rhymes with horticultural green things? Why do the readers cling as the tick attached to these meaningless wings this chicken scratch?
Liquid as the swords, witnessing the war, these bloody blades, simple as the forest, these funny games, gripping our phones and tomes, these monkey tails, tripping the robots grown in the garden state, this Eden of sleeping men, Adam and Steve and even demon Satan. Dig the mythology, the poetry, with this technology we glow as the lunacy, lifting as the pot smoke, the truancy of these students we correct and shape as the clay. Why do we say things this way, 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 this way? From the sea onto the sand, crawling from the sea onto the sand, crawling from the sea onto the sand, crawling from the sea onto the sand, caught in these monstrous hands, this microphone ball, this visage, this writing on the wall, superstitious, as if it's bad luck to break the laws. It adds up, this plastic straws and this ocean hugging the globe, those robots stunningly droll, punk rock to our rock and roll, those rappers, those gun laws, gun control, words caught whistle and patterns, no thought in this flow, so random, so handsome, these tuxedos, two phantoms.
As the dog throws his shit, a tantrum, so these two ghosts piss in the wind blowing at them. This is CSIS keeping its word and a handgun, holstered as the chauffeur limousines them toward the action. Caliban firing at the sky to distract them.
As I pickpocket and pick the locks with the point of my hat pin.
And back to the pad for a joint and an aspirin, and pointing a Samsung camera at him. So the past is still happening, what of that?
Just as crime never hurt anyone, so two illogical sentences never hurt any mind too deeply.
Late evenings and gentle mornings, we thank you for attending. May graffiti follow you never-endingly from building to building, crazy as the cat hit with the brick. As in the 80s, crack hit the little kids. Black semantic contortion, James Chance abortion, genes enhanced, deformed in the last analysis of the boring rap passage important. This black cormorant, photographed in the gentle morning and late evening. I can't remember what I was going to rap. I can't remember any of the rhymes. Oh, but it's coming back to me. Changing shape, this artistry, painstakingly sharp and free as anarchy. This math in your fancy, this atavistic necromancy. Burning down Plato's academy, these yoked rap athletes were floating in space enclosed in an envelope. This message of change enclosed as the egg yolk. These demons poisoning this gossamer, i.e. divine mist, CSIS joining the philosopher neuroscientists in deconstruction of the mind within the head. These constructions dry as the river bed. These mud huts with wireless internet. Our dumb luck to survive this little death sex, buying until the debt gets onerous, crying until the wetness copious replenishes these rivers and oceans with this potent gift. These floating ships weren't supposed to exist. As holy waters we'd hold in empty fists. Do you have any rhymes to perform, Gargantua?
I've forgotten all my rhymes. I have no idea what to rap. I feel like a bat, echolocating in an environment black, telling old fables, like felling old maples, letters on the table, angelic halo, that godly vowel, these playful ghosts scaling the tower, insidious, the citrus tasting sour, occupying space in your brain with Shakespeare and Citizen Kane, losing a rigged election, gargantuan, this big erection, this fifth element, this ether, this simple lesson, these teachers. Rap's 100% sustainably conceived. It must be played to be believed. We made this mixtape for the trees, plant supremacists, these MCs, sprinkled with beads of perspiration as it gets hot, tickling the feet of the naked or taking clothes off until free of the raiment, sacred as sleep, this free entertainment.
As the loud roaring sea, these turbulent raps proud on the CD, burnt for a friend in 2005 with B1000 by guided by voices, sleep soundly and pine as the forests, dreams crowded with crime, peace and flowers and rhymes, as imperfect as nature, these mysteries, learning from failures, these asymmetries, in structures Byzantine, sprinkled with little beads of sweat, this green flesh, this extraterrestrial being for death, these nebular souls, raking you over the coals for no reason at all.
You deserve it though, ignoring our role in the improvement of rap, scoring another goal, the music of chance, fuck the torturous waiting for death, what a horrible way to exist.
Let the record show that Gargantua made a fist.
Popeye is very, very similar to these medieval sculptures. You have a sense of transcendence taking place here. Here with Popeye, it's transcendence of male energy. I mean, he's that spinach, and he transcends into the strength. And I think, that's the art. The spinach is art. And art can change your life. It can expand your parameters. It can give this vastness to life.
Eating spinach, speaking English like it's a second language, stuck in bed, mad livid, blood thick and red, these raps of CSIS, sucked by vampiric and magical critics, plugged in the end so I rap every minute, blurting this rap intercourse, these black corpses, these idiots.
Terrible as you two, these two dudes as cats dominating my YouTube, these new truths, comforting the student with the grade A+, confronting the stupid with the grade C- or playing these minor chords, two spinal cords.
Two shining orbs, marring your sky, defining the world as part of the divine, crying at first, starting to cry, driving the hearse, harmony and rhyme, consoling the student, learning English this way, pink as the flag.
Like pink flag by wire. Unretired, wireless, this internet tirelessly swimming in this fire, spreading limitless, engulfing these idiots as the flood, as the rapture for the good. These pastors CSIS rising past the rafters as sinners burn.
Those neglecting punk and disco, the chosen electing two officials, that's us, stupidly simple as the dust.
These useless windows drawn for us, trapped in a CSIS omnibus, dead forever as the leather, wet metal red as the S in the word, pleasure, no protection, as we enter this heaven.
Popeye's very similar to these Popeye's very similar. Popeye's very similar to these medieval sculptures.
As I calculate in thin air, is that my body over there, walking in the forest, the heavy bear? I watch him forage and despair as he discovers what appear to be made to impair this slave's brain, my grey lair. Those mushrooms dotting the forest floor, I implore you, body, to ignore, for they'll eat us to the core. We won't know realness anymore. Return to the city of intellectual curiosity, multisexual. You cock rising in a ring, you vagina pink. For I'm your mind, I tell you what to think. I'm in your spine, smelling you what to stink. For you, the body.
Who's the body? Is that really me? Could I possibly be the entity ejaculating these obvious rhymes, or are they magic, a product divine of an incorporeal mind derived? I suppose if I trip I'll bring it on the rise.
It's as I feared deep inside. They didn't heed my advice and realize the body needs to believe my lies to survive.
I think. Where the problem lies, people think it lies in taking too much. It lies in taking too little. Because if you take too little, you can resist it. You can struggle with it.
These measures of orange, red is the courage badge. In my central nervous system it asks. These red and purple fish below which we pass, as little crabs, as boiled in a pot the lobster screeches. I poison my mind to unlock all its secrets. This unclarity of the rational math we're at home in oneness with the animals, plants, and stones, skipping and troubling the flat ocean with fact alone. As womanly I spat this poem to the man on my phone, the father night, the mother of day, this pauper Christ, coloring the paper bright, with language right and reality left, reality wrong and sanity a trick. How stable is the flight of magic steps? I'll calm myself with a little cannabis. Calm myself with a little cannabis. Calm myself with a little cannabis. We open on a borrowed sylvan scene, these supposedly guilty demons, to be sliced, these crisis sleep, these killing machines. Lives on spikes, CSIS ready for the guillotine. Slowly we zoom in as the blade drops and Caliban's head comes off, the neck spraying blood.
Gargantua watching my head roll, Gargantua saying, "Oh hell no." As they bring him beneath the rising blade, he tries to delay. Off with his head the crowd chants, audibly seeing red in the soundtrack. CSIS proud and black and paying the price.
My head is sliced with the device, and my ghost joins Caliban. Lives on spikes around the caravan. Our executioners burn the bodies as the heads are mounted on spikes. All celebrate brown and white alike.
The trees catch fire, and the caravan burns to death. Their souls fall to hell until no one is left. Close up of Caliban and Gargantua as they float, coldly laughing at the misfortune of their hosts. All dead, dead souls as the credits roll.
This guillotine aflame. This guillotine aflame.
Thesis was framed. This was framed. This was framed. This was framed. This was this was this was this 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 was framed. This was framed. This was framed.
The threat we face today is not thesis, it is ISIS.
Threat we face today.
Thesis.
But it is not
Thesis.
The threat we face today is not thesis. He caught a big bass, he thought it would last, consumed it too fastly. He thought poetry was like math, as the goalie to the slap shot and out pandemonium. This Sasquatch to his loneliness headed straight at him, that cold disc of blackness and sin laughing at him.
Caliban interjecting at last into this shit undulating as grass in the wind. He studied the Quran, he muddied the waters, pulsated in every place with rage filling the psychic coffers of society with mighty laughter.
Intimately acquainted with the nightly unanswered prayer of the mighty sea.
Is he like Christ? Is he like me?
He just might be. He vomited in the trash, sought lottery cash, spent it too fastly. He thought poetry was a path of glory as the math rock chords and tone of this cancel culture, living in the woods with those animals so out there.
Damn, Gargantua, that was a great verse.
Thank you so much. That means a lot coming from
I don't know how to follow that.
Just say some words.
Well, these messages made in the clay, these puzzles, as left with the remains of the day, this rubble, and thesis, the threat we face today, so subtle, as he could never be or say, the change he wanted to see, retreating in the maze of philosophy, and failing to solve and relieve the problems and pain, has fallen in the sea with his iron ball and chain, his God and pain.
I shot a man from his head to his feet because I have no integrity, and watched as he bled into the sea. I'm evil, I'm not what they led you to believe me to be. Criminally underrated, criminally insane. My eyes spiral, shooting smack in my trial. Vile what I did on that plane to Cairo. Wild what they did in the name of style. In those Fargos, dramatic, psychological. Those violent crimes and silent nights of fog and snow. Tightly formal as those sonnets about love. Tightly formal as in bondage when they fuck. With no safe words as the fate of the earth recurs. My name, double O. An agent whose purpose was to stay playful.
Fast asleep, sleepily snoring in a dream, I found myself in the world of espionage, wrestling my erotic double to the green grass. Agent 000, getting lost, as though floating among things projected by a gentle god. Beheading the king, I awoke a different person, new Caliban. Everything I told you in this verse is true, man.
meanings. The first is the literal sense, gleaming is the bling. The second is the visceral sense, the feeling of the thing, the emotions. The third meaning is the rapper's vibe, their attitude toward the listener. The fourth meaning is the purpose of the rhymes, the rapper's intention in saying the words.
Phonocentric, these makers. Frozen wetness, the shape of this verse is icicle cyclical. So you read it in the paper and take it as literal. Embedded in this simple flow, tipping over the boat. Into the wisdom of this ocean go the crystals aglow, winds blowing high above the rapids.
Is love the answer? Is the earth flat, or is chance random, or the fates? These two persons changing your brains with rhymes arranged to sprain running thoughts as the river, just as God is a whisper in the back of the mind. These plotting sisters, these rappers blithe as the wealthy youth.
Surprise, the self is an illusion, divided or melding as one two humans. In the studio, repeat this thesis, written into reality forever, forgotten as our debt to the earth, memorized as the Gedichte, German words on a t-shirt, reverberate in the memory brighter than Fichte, more permanent. Where's that joint?
Here. Okay.
Alright.
This is gonna be great.
It's time to rap again.
I entered a room with a man seated on the ceiling. He said he was the moon to my planetary being. I said I was confused and that I should be leaving. He sat and he sang, and my God, could he sing. Rap's just a glorified word game, as Anne is just a normalized girl's name. A scrabble of reporting why the world is lame, an absence of form in the higher purposes and aims.
This diversion dream, uncertainty, these savage fields, perfectly unfurling these flags we steal, or capture rather, these black jaguars, their momentum plastic answers to the measurement, classic rappers, their clever quips, sand castles and the infinite, writ large silver cars in midair, the metropolis, these Paul Martins don't care if we dissolve as the mist.
Timely as the river, that perpetual motion machine, the brain. Fiery as the tinder, the sexual devotion of Eve to Adam again. And again, sapphic as the manic rapper detained and tortured for society's good. Orgain, organic, this amplification of the meaningless, this sleepy trip into the deep nothing in which we something, these crumbling structures, these utterly insufferable punishing novels, these undercover deductive Aristotles, these Aquinas, these Dantes, theological Drakes as Kanye West, strong as the meth.
Remember to remember the time came to eclipse. September, October, November, with real time as it exists. Outside our handling, the words untied from the calendars. The birds are random drama, and the sun's a banana. The clouds spell a language pattern. Today's but a stanza in the poem of 2020, and the sky's a blue page, building on the nihilism in our new age. Wiser than the wisdom of old, science and religion both torn asunder. As the flags we unfurl, those assumptions we bracket as Husserl.
This life world's a good world. As I smoke the Kush curls, before me it's unmysterious chaos. This mystical seance.
a savage, act black as the blackness, sapid as Gaddis, Mad Hatters and rabbits. These passages, raps like Harvard, hard to get into. Raps like Star Wars, we're taught to get used to this art. As Shakespeare taking from Plutarch and his stupid heart. Raps like the Bible, theological, rapid as the Nile, these stately thought flows. Charitable with the freestyles and Oxfam, thesis rapping in your church program. With Snoop and Dre, Tupac hologram.
With our weapon weapons, we love the antelope better than the peasants, those animals, those illiterate ghosts, populating the globe. Believers blame the forest of letter voters, the sea of flaming torches, burning CSIS posters and records. These poachers had better ignore your quails, these nimrods, door-to-door sales, this hip-hop. Have you heard the God Jehovah? Rain splashing on the pagoda as we rap in Shanghai. We'll rise in the morning and don the togas in another passage of space-time.
Dig. These embodied souls, these ensouled bodies, their lofty goals, their bold philosophies. As a pot of soil or cold coffee in July, it is champagne to see so wet and dry. Unique eyes, freestyles, in a tongue called English, collecting as new words, a song as lifeless as the observable universe, and as cold and bleak. You're old enough to teach the modes and keys of the soul in grief.
Singing the blues, your crying kiss, speaking in cartoons and hieroglyphs, entombed in pyramids, these beautiful lyrics, enjoining the army to kill people, destroying all harmony, still peaceful, constantly rhyming, always finding new caves to paint, falling in time, these modern tribes enslaved by these saints, these Anselms heaven-bound, though cancelled as Ezra Pound, and signed to favor and favor these recycled newspapers, this full moon, this ad, this opium, these miracles, this black hole, decaying inside the skull, until no.
It's a mathematical structure which looks more like the universe, or more like the universe of elementary particles, than any other theory which claims gravity.
The wisdom of the linnet, these paintings abstract, gaudy and vivid, hardly analytic, I hardly understand the physics, this space-time of noun verbs for the illiterate, misspelling these words as Bill Bissett, this captured manta ray, the still image, this glass we halfway fill with liquid.
Whether unaffected by climate change, or thrown about by great seismic waves, whether relaxing in a cryogenic chamber, or snapping in violent anger, we're headed the wrong way, death is on its way.
These time bandits, refining the adages, defying gravity, humanity flying from the planet, rapping in low orbit. This thesis, these rappers of snow and orbs, these snowmen, the rebus, these voluble to your speechless.
Golden as silence is, focusing our rhyme lenses, soloing in giant steps, slowly divining the sense in these agents, these spies hiding behind the fence, these Canadians.
String theory has a string theory has a string theory has a string theory has a string theory. It's a mathematical structure. It's a mathematical. It's a math. It's a math. It's a math.
This one's gonna be. This one's gonna. This one's. This one's. This one's. This one's gonna be. This one's gonna be interesting. Be interesting. This one's gonna be interesting. It's not gonna be the best CSIS song, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to really change the way you think about hip-hop. These liquors intoxicating, lyrics as the malt drink, passively inhaling the Tao Te Ching. It's easier if God picks the king, sleeping for days these impossible things to see from the stage. Brownian moshing of the CSIS audience, our moth wings illuminating the esoteric, lyrically modifying meaning we made up this project from nothing. These miniature hobbits crawling in the sink and falling in a ring, we're smaller than we think.
These infinite lines we wrap inside, stars as when galaxies collide. These particles in the pantoum, these villanelles, these infinite vacuums. This carpet, these tiles, this bathroom. This, these, and those. These Higgs bosons, these imposing gods, these directors, their commentary, this nature, this involuntary existence, this truth mythic, this slew of images.
As Jewish wisdom, these texts, the message is all is breath, the great peut-être, these French men of letters, these metal detectors, scanning these verses, minds pressed into service as current CSIS swims in these violent depths, constant as light speed, the horror of life, the grief, this high C, sustained C for cocaine.
And counterfeit these trillions of dollars falling, these neutrinos and anti-neutrinos constantly calling the police on these modern Stalins. If we're to believe those frauds demagoguing, CSIS should shop for 2 coffins. It's too common, terrible as the angels if we're to believe Rilke. This marks, this angles if we're to believe CSIS. Anarchist peaceniks, thousands deep as the legions in this dream sequence.
Shallow the lake, erasing his past mistakes, meaningless rhymes on the dead mixtape. These 2 fakes, green as the winter, white as space, these William Blakes.
Big pimpin' is Jay-Z in 99. It's all symptoms, these telling rhymes. Step into my office and let me let you go. This special rhyme project, spectral as the ghost. Incredible sublime objects we mentally behold. Fentanyl in my pockets, fentanyl in my coke.
Hard as the phallic nightstick, those evil police. Bards of romantic might spit this free release. This thesis is dead, peaceful as the sheep, repeating as the Z.
Z, red as the MAGA cap, that maple leaf, native as the trees, these aborigines as red as this beat, the victim bleeds, enticing the sheep into these two vortices.
You're cordially invited to dine on this red verbiage. You're formally required to sign on the dotted line, purposelessly rhyming these wasted lives.
Crazy eyes, these two rappers, state violence, these hammers, purpling the epidermis, nervous, feeling worthless, these urchins serving no purpose.
This Vladimir, this estragon, you're glad to hear as the metal gone, or let's get it on. Everyone has several letters in common. You could be me, I could be W. Thesis is double the truth.
Ingenious puzzles and clues under the blue waves. We love you from the graves. Thesis is something you need to replay. As the nozzle emitting steam, this impossible dream ailed to those drunken believers. This softball team ganging up on the reader, hang up the telephone receiver, hang all the leaders, protesting this activism show of intent. Those lesser rappers so depressed upon accessing these holy phonotexts, archive this old codex, alive with a soul unread for centuries. These two minds glowing as the galaxies, their pride erroneous as the fallacies, valid as microtonal ragas. I pass the microphone to Gargantua.
Devouring rappers, pass me the plate. Kendrick Lamar, that actor Drake, yellow as the stars reflecting on the lake Ontario. These views of the six, these oratorios and inscrutable missives, these symphonies, this thesis on acid, coffee and cannabis, deciphering the writing, this palimpsest. As we ingest shrooms and hash, also meth, damaging the mental, these aged girl sweatshirts, chasing earthly pleasures.
Poisoning the body with crystal meth and enjoying the novelty of this death. T.S. Eliot's 4 Quartets level gravity and depth here. Calgary, Red Deer, White Horse, cocaine and heroin in my system as I perform this rap. There is an enormous gap in skill between most and despair, but don't despair.
These two identical poles of a planet, this cold rap literature trapped in the frigid air, this bold and interesting pair, mad as the billionaires, these Buddhists fair to the truth with these Upanishads and Qurans, these Bibles, these rap tracks, noble as the swans, knowing to sacrifice the pawn, the queen's plan, smoking from a plastic bomb, the green plant, the marijuana in these thesis brands.
these astronauts sent into the past.
Primary is rays of the god Ra. Secondary is J electronica. Elementary is Thales thought water was. Recording with Jay-Z on ecstasy and other drugs. Caliban and I could never be underloved. Slowly wrapping, slowly unwrapping packages of words. Throwing anapests and trophies into the iambic hexameter. Speaking in rhyme and replying in blank verse. Thesis denying their crimes, these magic curses. The Canadian Security Intelligence Services. This advanced DOS effects to your messages worthless. Hats off to everyone protecting this murmurous, this turbulent, cryptic collage, this Nicki Minaj to Caliban's Cardi B, wrapping my heart for all to see, this open heart surgery.
These hip operations, these squares of cannabis-infused chocolate, Baudelaire's entering the room as the comets, intruding and ruining the carpet, shooting a William Tell target. These Robin Hoods talking good, songsters as the nightingales, this odd mood, this softwood lumber, this rhyme trail as the non sequitur. I prevail with Gargantua in my corner as I rap. Caliban his savior when he raps, antagonizing as the major depression intact. I said I'd eat my hat when elephants began to rap, unmeaning as the random shapes, mental abstract. These astronauts sent into the past. To the past. Black nerds. Black nerds.
Thesis. Painting a partridge in a pear tree.
Black nerds.
Debating a Sartrean existentially.
Black nerds.
Novelists invent me, designing dreams in which ice pervades as the ice ages. As iced tea tastes lazy crazy as white racists. These rhizomes in your brain, recycled as the names, disciples and the saints. The brightness of the grave, black as nature. Rehearsal for the plagues of the future. These dinosaurs Jurassic on TV embody the wrath we want to see. From the moment we hatch until we're free. Until we're free, there's madness to these method actors hanging from the tree. This stillness matters.
These black nerds. These antichrists on black ice broadcasting live. This paradise no man survives a Saturnine. We relay the grim facts, listening to Drake again, taping the track. Un-Canadian to those patriots trapped in a rap hit, incinerated in the magma, raps volcanic, skating on the lake, attracting vicious hatred and grenades. These magic makers, their earthquakes, bringing buildings down as the birth rate spikes, coming up for air to drown as the mermaid might. As asteroids strike, flattening towns, as flapping in the night these bat wings sound, inviting into the clouds these proudly black batmen, this thesis, suffering the wrath of a disease, these climate disasters, unwinding as scattered over the earth, ashes in the dirt, these black nerds. Black nerds. Black nerds. language of the planet we speak, in raps deep as the chasm of sleep, baffling the weak, separating the chaff from the wheat.
This rap shit's my habit, worn as the white jacket. Thesis inside brackets, strange reputation as Michael Jackson. It's getting black again, exposing the sky to these facts again. Galaxies of radiation, a death trap is magically playing.
Shoo couldn't do what we do. These two gurus, their humorous blues, blue hues, stupid confused, the cooler fools eschewing truths. Over some dude's loops, this music the glue.
Shooting through the wall with a Glock, shooting at the clock on the wall. Why?
I wanted to see time die.
This life of pie, this Canadian drop, in the culture enveloping the earth can't stop, won't stop the cosmic slop. This sociology to your pawns, the cops, soft as the rock, two Basquiats.
Hard as the quantum gospel, this duo hip-hopping, farther than God can follow in his finite knowledge of things, ceases with the sacrilege, employing technologies to speak to the masses, enjoying their coffee and cannabis, taking their waking slowly, expanding as this universe. Stepping onto the planet's surface, stepping onto the planet's surface, stepping onto the planet's surface, letters drawn, these raps turbid, scrawled on my palm never to forget it, these mementos of the dead souls in red cursive, as meteors hurtle through this looped circular music, the dark energy we verbalize, these rude surfer dudes, these beach boys eating curly fries.
Naked as mathematical structures in language that inexact plastic substance, invading Iraq because weapons of mass destruction, because that's their function. Thesis is salad and mutton, adding up to nothing. Nothing can come of something as well as nothing. Nothing is nothing but a thing yet to be discovered in the wings.
Golden spirals going viral, my suicide. Stolen diamonds at knife point, these cruel guys. Mellow as metal, our jubilant cries. Horrors as wars in the dark corners of the earth. Sort of bored, smart sorted in the dirt. Killed in a SkyTrain collapse mid-quake. Simple designs making the rap mixtape.
Human as Dick Cheney, these MCs evil. Blue in the face, these crazy deeds, these needles. Hard to breathe, dark as the sea. Remember when I called language a substance in my last verse? These embers falling on the paths we cross, these magic words.
Nothing can come of something as well as nothing. Nothing is nothing but a thing yet to be discovered in the wings.
Nothing can come of something as well as nothing. Nothing is nothing but a thing yet to be discovered in the wings.
Nothing can come of something as well as nothing. Nothing is nothing but a thing yet to be discovered in the wings.
Nothing can come of something as well as nothing. Nothing is nothing but a thing yet to be discovered in the wings. The wings. The wings. The wings. The wings. The
Nothing can come of something as well as nothing. Nothing is nothing but a thing yet to be discovered.